Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our small
murder
town.
in New Jersey.
He was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
that's Stella!
Yeah!
Jen Leisenheimer coming to you live from northern Minnesota, where yesterday it was 63 degrees and we had no snow. Today it is in the 20s and we're having a blizzard. And we have probably 3 to 4 inches already. So, yeah. I am still in my pajamas. It is 12:30, and I don't care. So, hope you're all having a better weekend than me. And now, here's Uppy, Uppy, Uppy with Dina Blizzard.
Good morning, good morning. That was Jen. And that's crazy. Because I have decided in my own head that once it hits 50 degrees, 60 degrees, like snow can't happen again. That would set me back, Jen. I'm going to be honest. I'd be like, I really need somebody to talk to me because I'm ready to leave that behind me. So that's a lot. It's a little rainy today. I know, Tanya. It's like a little rainy today. And I was like, this is a lot, you guys. Like, I need us to be moving forward, not backwards. So, so good morning. Good morning from snowy New Hampshire. What's happening? I can't. I am ready to move on from the snowy cold weather. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday. Maybe if you say it like that, it won't feel like Monday, but it's Monday. Good morning, Joan. I know. Monday 80, Wednesday a blizzard, over 30,000 lost power, all melted by Saturday. Oh my gosh, Belinda. We have an inch of fresh snow in Toronto and I am over winter. Oh my gosh. It's too much. Ashley's on spring break. Good morning. So I was in Virginia Beach this weekend visiting Nikki and it was nice. It wasn't that different than New Jersey. I mean, it definitely wasn't like summertime. But you could like have like a light jacket. Like give me light jacket weather. I'm fine with that. I don't want to be wearing a scarf. I don't want to have thick socks on. You know what I'm saying? There's just a fine line. Just give me something. Just give me something. Something to hold on to. It's just too much. Athena's like, sorry guys, it's beautiful in Southern California. Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, I know. There's so many fun people here. I ran the ceiling fan last night. How's my sister Michelle doing? She's good. She's so busy. I think we see her in 2 weeks for Di's birthday. So, yeah. My daughter got stuck in the Las Vegas airport, 12 hours. I can safely say I had a better trip to Vegas. I was going to say, and Vegas is one of those cities that you're like, when you've decided it's time to leave, you should just leave. You shouldn't be there longer. You know how like if I was stuck in California, somebody said, you're going to be stuck here for 3 more days. I'd be like, going to Athena's. Like, I would have a plan. But like Vegas, New Orleans, love New Orleans. Love it. But when it's time to leave, you should leave. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There's not a lot of cities like that, but like once you're done, you're like, I'm done now. I have to get out of here. I feel like New York could be that sometimes. Mm-hmm. Are you going to work from your new office? I work from my office when I do like our open mics I do up there because it's quiet. Like during the day, nobody's here. So although I have to paint. This is next. Kitchen's being worked on now. I'm waiting for Tommy to show up. I've made a lot of headway in the kitchen. But I also have to get an extender for back there. I'm still trying to learn this house. Where can I go live from? At what time? Where are the people? Other people going to be? Normally, this room is filled with sun, so I like being in here in the morning. But I think I will like being in the kitchen soon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Kelly, that's the other thing. And half those places you can't really afford to stay extra days. You're like, I can't stay here. It's too expensive. Uh-huh. Guys, this waffles with honey. I know, Bridget. It's very exciting. I hope we get to see some festivities. No. We went down. And here's the thing about, I've never met anybody. That's not true. I'm not in a lot of people's kitchens, so I don't hear everyone's cabinets. But I thought that most people had soft close cabinets. Not Nikki. How do I know? Because all you heard was banging in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny. And we were like, we need to fix this problem. And we attempted to. We tried to go to Lowe's and get the hinges, but our hinges are really old. Then we tried to get these soft close things that you can order, but they didn't have any. Yeah, Bethany, they're so good. I don't know, Kelly. I have to pick the smoothie today. Although I'm gonna be honest, I would just do that peach smoothie again. It was so good. Mm-hmm. But we'll do a different one. I gotta see which one. I'll post it later today. Mm-hmm. I would hate soft clothes. What do you slam when you're mad? Mm-hmm. Here comes Rob. Banging in the kitchen isn't such a bad thing. That's from Rob. Good morning, Rob. Mm-hmm. And we don't even not like you for that. You can stay. Mm-hmm. I don't have sofa, but also not a lot of cabinets, so I don't notice the banging. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My cabinets are not, but they don't bang like the ones at my sister's where I lived for a year. Mm-hmm. Do you have deer on your property? Yeah. Tons of them. Like full bucks. Yeah. Yeah. Rob, you single? Look, Rob, you started it. You don't even know who you're dealing with. You really don't. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Trina's so good. My cabinets are 20 plus years old. I think hers are too, Molinay, and there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they're loud. They probably should be painted. But I told her, I said, do not leave me in your house for more than a day. I will rip out your kitchen, and I will. It will be really nice when you come back. Nikki is the teacher. No, the other one is not. She's a nurse. She has soft clothes, everything. She probably has a soft clothes toilet. She just soft closes everything. No, there's no sound. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm always confused by people who have no cabinet doors. How do you keep shelves so organized all the time? They have less stuff. Renee said, I can't even slam my doors. They're not solid wood. I have to stomp around. Yeah, I mean, when you have to go full stomp, it's a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think she is tired of the noise at the end of the day of teaching, but I also think she gets good arm work in. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, it was funny. Does everybody else, like, if you go to somebody's house, does everybody like maybe just like reorganize the furniture in your brain? Is that just me? Hmm. I changed my lower cabinets to drawers. Yeah, no, those are nice, Margaret. That's what these cabinets in the kitchen, they're drawers as well. Um, and they're not like, I think they're IKEA cabinets. They're fine cabinets. But I was like, it is, it's higher than most people. Yeah, single and actively looking. All right, Rob, you're welcome. I don't want to brag, Rob, but I just got pellets in my butt, and I don't know that you have more testosterone than me. I don't want to say it out loud, Rob. You're new here. So I don't want to brag. The three of us, so I was hoping just to join and hang out with all of you. Can we do that? I don't know. That's a windy question. There's the dinner on Friday for sure, if you want to attend that. He's doing some weird space and can't figure it out. Yeah, I had my mother-in-law changed changed your living room when you went to the store. Mm-hmm. My sister would come over and end up rearranging my shelves in the den before she left. I was so mad. Yeah, no, I can't. I won't touch it. I mean, if you ask me, you should move like out of my way. Yeah. My husband thinks that we have soft clothes because he leaves them open. I'm constantly going behind him, shutting them the rest of the way. Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. But most of the time I like people, like being in people's houses. You just get such a flavor for people. You know what I mean? You're like, what do you like? Do you ever like meet people like that for a long time, but you've never been to their house, and then get to their house and be like, this is where you live. This is you, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Where like maybe at work, they're like real straight laced, and they're like, and then you go to their house and it's like psychedelic, or vice versa. Do you ever meet people who are like super kooky? And then you go to their house and it's just like, and you're like, you live here. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's funny. Or how about, okay, here's a good thing. What is the craziest, what is the, when you're dating somebody and like you've gone on a couple dates, if you don't want to be murdered, you wouldn't go to their house for a while, right? Like when you were in your dating days and then you went to the person's house. Like, what's the craziest thing that you were just like, oh, this is you? Okay. All right. Yeah, no. This how you live? Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, Samantha. Samantha, here's the thing. Jason didn't know about my love of cuckoo clocks until we were well into the relationship. I didn't know I liked cuckoo clocks until Jim said he could fix all of them, and then or get in the car, whatever. Molyneux, date 2, whatever. He triggered me. With his handsome smile. I'm telling you, I'll easily be kidnapped. Did anybody ever My Dodge boy came over for the first time this weekend, was like, I knew you weren't rich, but you have a nice house. We live in a 60-year-old fixer-upper with unmatched floors and holes. All in the perspective, I guess. I knew you weren't rich, but you have a nice house. Yeah, Jason won't talk to Jim anymore. My stepmom always would rearrange things while visiting. Had to call her to find out where things were. My boyfriend's boa constrictor got lost in his apartment for 2 months, and he's still your boyfriend. For all the mug talk it is. I knew I was going to have a lot of angry people with my mug talk. My friend growing up had a clawfoot tub in the living room with pillows, and we used to read in it. And down the Cape, she had a wooden swing in her room. So much fun. What? All right, Rob's chiming in. Rob's busy today. He said, craziest thing for me was 15 cats. You were dating somebody and they had 15 cats? Oh, yeah. Or people who have no furniture. Did you ever get one of them? Like they moved in and just didn't fill the house up. I think that guys in general, what's this thing called dating? Guys in general, like their move in, that'll be like a TV and like a chair. And then you're looking around for the rest of the furniture. You're like, where will I sit? Oh, they're like, I'll sit on the floor. You can sit in a chair. I'm like, oh no, you gonna get it. You gonna need to get a couch. What? What? You talking about? Or did you have like weird stuff in your own house? You're like, okay, so what happened? What happened? So like when I first started dating Jason, like my house was destroyed and there was windows missing and all the molding was getting redone. It was really crazy. So I was like, now listen, what happened was my life it blew up. Okay. There's heat here. We have heat. You know what I'm talking about when you have to explain stuff? My husband had a dear friend come over and minimize my house. Over half my stuff is gone. She told me my house looked like a thrift store. Melissa, were you on board for this? This seems like you used a lot of words, Melissa. My husband had a dear friend come over to minimize my house. Do you feel better? Is she still your friend? I have art hanging on every inch of my walls. And when new friends walk in, they don't know what to say. See your bare walls behind. I have no bare walls at all. Well, Donna Lee, I don't like this. This is not my preference. This all couldn't get filled up with something. I just don't know what. So I just haven't gotten to this route. It looks like I'm in like the reception area of a jail. It's random. Why would I say that? I've never been. That's not true. I have been. I've visited people in jail before. I don't want to brag. I was 5. So I don't know that was a good reference. It needs something. Donnelly. I had a friend who was one of the 14s. The family had patio furniture in the house because it was cheaper to replace than real furniture when it inevitably broke. My daughter and son-in-law borrowed all of our beach and lawn chairs during COVID when they bought their new townhomes. The furniture stores were packed up and they couldn't get furniture. Is everybody using beach and lawn furniture in their house? Yeah, boa constrictor would be a deal breaker. My husband had 2 forks when I moved in. My mother-in-law only had recliners, no couch. So did everybody just sit in recliners and just face each other? My decor is yard sale chic. I'm poor. Commando, I think that's the coolest. Listen, do you ever go into somebody's house and you can tell they just went to like Macy's and they were just like, I'll take this whole living room. You know what I'm talking about? It doesn't have any flavor. Like, you need flavor. You shouldn't do this. But it needs something. You know? Listen, you ever visit Judy from Saskatoon, go in the dining room, go to the built-in shelves, top shelf, and you will find some interesting stuff there. I don't want to tell you what it is. I think I have in the past, but I don't want to ruin it. It's part of her museum tour. Yeah. My nephew lost his snake in the house while we were visiting. He whispered to my sister what happened. We all jumped up. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. The first time I went to my husband's house while dating, I tried to be so calm. The house was huge, beautiful, and isolated on the beach. I thought he could kill me and no one would find me. I was petrified. I got lost trying to leave. No, Sharon, there were no blinds on these. There's blinds on those, but not on these. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They let me keep the things I really want. I can only buy the things that she approves. Melissa, who's doing this? Are you being held hostage? I have never heard anybody do whatever it is your husband and your dear friend are doing. Uh-huh. My boyfriend, when I was in my early 20s, had minimal furniture, and his roommate had a hedgehog that they would let run loose. Mm-hmm. My daughter's new apartment is the opposite of minimalism. She calls it maximalism. Stuff everywhere and plants. Mm-hmm. I know, Donnelly, I agree. Oh, Melissa said it backfired on him. Now he has to paint a good bit of the house. I told him, you got what you wanted. Judy knows. My husband had antique furniture, which I love, and still have 29 years married. My husband had no bed pad on his bed when we first got together. I didn't react well. My ex had a big boa constrictor, measured 15 feet, and was big as 6-inch radius. He had his own room, was able to open the door. Did you just say the snake could open the door? Is that what you said to me? The snake. The 15-foot snake could open the door? No. Too much. I have nothing new in my house. Everything is from a yard sale or marketplace. I refuse to buy anything new because there are too many good items out there. I agree, Sarah. I think down the shore, maybe 2 beds are new. I found a $200 couch. The only thing that I really bought new was the dining room table. Like new, like nice new. But that's because you guys sit around a table. I was like, this table is going to be here for 100 years. But I'm the same. I'm like, listen, I'm a little weird with upholstered items. Like, I'd rather buy a new $200 couch. Like, I don't spend a lot of money on couches. I don't see the point because these dogs are going to pee on them. Welcome to my life. He once got robbed, and the robber he once got robbed, and when the robbers opened the door of Max the snake, they left, leaving everything behind. This is the snake that could open the door. Max the snake. Okay. I admit it does look a lot better, but my back doesn't work, so he mops and said there's a lot more to mop. Okay. How do you feel about the cats on the countertop or table? I don't know anything about cats. I don't know that I like animals on countertops or tables. I don't want to hold anything specifically against cats. And so far we've mentioned hedgehogs, snakes. Cats seem like harmless at this point once you mention a snake that can open a door. But I don't think I like any animals on tables. I don't like humans on tables. I don't want anything. No. Yeah. because it had a handle that had an L latch, so it was able to open the door. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. Note to self: don't date a guy. Don't date a guy with a snake. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No upholstery unless it's new. We don't use it, but once a year. Oh, really? We use ours all the time. Yeah, Tommy. There are spaces that our cats are not allowed on. Cats on the table. Cats do what they want. That's probably why I don't have a cat. Great. Now I want a guard snake. Okay. That's funny. Had a pet pig. Remember when everybody was getting pet pigs? I feel like it was like 10 years ago. Remember people were like, yeah, pigs are super smart and you can train them in your house. And I was like, or you could just eat bacon. I don't know. I think I would feel like a hypocrite. I'd be like, you're the best pig in the whole world. And you taste yummy. Like if I could tell you how you taste, I shouldn't own you. I mean, what if you got hungry one day? I don't want to look at you like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get a little too close to the fire. You know, when somebody's smoking bacon, I'll be like, pig, don't go near that fire. Pig, don't make me turn this day into breakfast. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Lulu's walked by that fire a bunch of times. You know, it smells like dog. And it does not give me tingles. But if Porky walked by, that's what his name would be. If Porky walked by and all of a sudden you smelled bacon, tell me I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Takes care of a client's pet pig on Rover. You're lying. What? Mm-hmm. I stopped going to a friend's place to eat because the cat was all over when she was preparing the food. Mm-mm. I mean, what else would you name him? His name has to be Porky. You know, I don't want to be doing that mess. What a pig. No, so serious, potty training and everything. Mm-mm. No, but did you ever see, like, I mean, we're talking about cats getting on countertops, but did you ever see that when somebody will like put a camera in their kitchen and their dogs will jump from countertop to countertop and get to like on top of the fridge or something? Like, it's so crazy. Yeah, Peppa Pig would work. Hammy would also work. Chris P. Pig would also work. No. No. We had a fair gig named Crispy Bacon. He was yummy. Yeah. George Clooney was on 60 Minutes last night reminiscing about his pet pig. Parkour pets. It's exactly what it is, Brian. Do you know what I'm talking about? And like the people would be putting stuff like on top of their refrigerator. Dog's like, I'm going to get it. I dated a guy. The guy I dated had cattle and I didn't put two and two together. That's what we were eating one night for dinner. He was like, yeah, that was Bill you were eating. I don't name them. I'm like, don't name them. This is Petunia, another good one. Hamlet, another good pig name. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. I'm gonna name my pig Bacon Bits. Uh-huh. Yeah, now we all gotta go out and get bacon. So good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so over the weekend, and I want to know if anybody watched it. They apparently Disney released another version of Snow White live action. I don't know what that means anymore. Did anybody see it? Because it's not getting very good reviews. I'm not. I don't know. They changed the story. I don't know. But I'd love to hear from anybody if anybody saw it. I had a friend that named his pigs Dinner and Supper. Pork chop is a good pig name. My daughter did not like it. Did she say why, Charlene? Wow. Angela said, I watched it last night. I loved it. Yeah, I don't know why. Snow White as a musical seems like a stretch. Is that what it is? It's a musical? Is that what live action means now? Yeah. Yeah. My niece had turkeys. One was named Thanksgiving, the other was named Christmas. I read that Snow White is no longer the helpless female. Yay. Dopey talk. Too many things didn't line up with the story. Let me look at a review. Let's see what it says. Snow White reviews. Oh, it says it tops the box office despite bad reviews. It's a revamp of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it became a flashpoint for social and political divisions. Why? There's an ongoing debate of whether or not there should be dwarves in the film at all, live or computer generated. Isn't that the title? Somebody was upset that Snow White was Colombian. Like, what does it matter? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting any idea of why it wouldn't be. Do you remember Siskel and Ebert? And they would just sit there, and I just felt like you could get an idea. As thorny as a girl, and she's to keep it, run away from the huntsman in order to kill her. The Grimm brothers story was written 200 years ago. Disney came out with it 90 years ago. Even those who do not consider themselves especially woke may have trouble by a heroine who waits to be rescued, singing "Someday my prince will come" as she gazes into the wishing well. Merrily keeps house for 7 dwarves with a mute one named Dopey and is awakened by a non-consensual kiss from a prince she has never seen. There's still enormous affection for the original film. Who is the fairest of them all? Snow White is taught by her parents that kind came and they must learn to be fearless, brave, true, and fair. So important they are engraved in her silver necklace. Now I'm going to have to watch it. Poison apple. So all the dwarves are not human. They went with CGI. Instead of a prince who appears only to awaken the princess, we have Jonathan, not well defined. Snow White rescues him, stealing food. I don't know. I know. Survived, not organized it. So you lived and married for love. She was never helpless. Oh, Wendy saw. Oh, of course, Wendy saw it. Beth, I still don't know what Paradise is. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm almost done with my trashy television thing. Temptation Island. Is anybody watching that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And every time I watch Temptation Island, if Jason hears it, his eyes roll to the back of his head and he makes some kind of sound. And then he looks at me, he goes, "Why are you watching that?" And I go, "I think you're jealous." I don't know what. I just want to say it because that's what they say on Temptation Island. You know what I mean? It's nonsense. I don't even really watch it. I just listen while I tear. Like, I feel like it's fair. If you're going to tear tiles out of the wall and you're going to do dumb stuff where you can't, and nobody's here, nobody talk to, that you should be able to listen to trashy TV. Then I'll watch Paradise. Madeline. Listen, he does not hold back when he hears me watching trashy TV. And he doesn't watch any trashy TV. So it's not even like I can go back and like, "Oh yeah, well when you were watching Flavor of Love." Like, if you've met Jason, he's not watching Flavor of Love. Hello? Come on in. I thought you were going to go in the front door. I am on the air, but it's not facing that way. Yeah. Good morning. How are you? You want to come say hi to everybody?
Okay.
Hey.
It's okay. Shh.
Yeah. So Tommy is here today working on some more of the kitchen. Oh, there's Booby. There's Tommy.
I'm having a good hair day.
You are having a good hair day on a rainy day too. Tommy is America's funniest handyman. And he teaches lots of fun things. We were talking about that we should do a video on the things that you should have in your toolbox.
Yeah, that's coming up.
Is it?
Yeah, that's one of the next videos I'm going to do. For sure.
Yeah. Because I have
Because it's a good idea.
But I don't know what they are used for. And I mostly have a mallet. I lost my pry bar. Girl, you should have a pry bar, right? Is that in your toolbox?
Yes, you should have at least 2 flat bars.
They're not called pry bars?
You could call them pry bar,
okay.
But a flat bar is more descriptive because a flat bar is flat and can get into really thin spaces, like behind pieces of trim, behind whatever you need, because if you're going to do any home improvements, I would say you're going to spend at least 20% of your time demoing, doing demolition, getting rid of things, pulling things out so that you can put something in.
Boom. Meredith said, "Is he married?"
No, I'm single.
Do you see the abruptness in which he said it?
I'm happily single.
Here he is.
But open to, I'm just open.
Tommy, watch out. These words you're throwing around like this and all these ladies here.
Cool. Doesn't bother me.
You should be afraid.
I should be afraid. after what I've been through, I know a scary woman within a couple of minutes. You don't stand a chance.
They want to know if you're coming on the trip to Quebec.
What? What trip to Quebec?
We're going to Quebec
What?
in June.
C'est magnifique.
Do you know any French besides that?
Oui.
You do?
Je m'appelle Tommy Highland. Je suis. I don't know how to say carpenter. I know how to say.
Carpenter.
I know how to say. Je suis la ski nautique.
What's that?
That's water skiing.
Oh.
I don't. It's just.
I was going to say, are these date words?
My
Because
French
do you
teacher
enjoy-
was heavily into Club Med, so I know a lot of Club Med terms.
Okay.
She taught us a lot about Club Med.
Okay, it's random.
Mm-hmm.
Random fun facts.
What are you
somebody's-
guys doing in Quebec?
We're going, we do trips. So we've done
How cool.
Philly, we've done Vegas, we've done San Antonio. Where else did we go?
Wow.
This is our first international trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
With these people. With
Yeah.
your watchers, your
we had
fans.
112 go to Nashville.
What?
Yeah.
That's so. I went to Nashville with my daughters 2 summers ago.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, but we didn't see you there.
No, not
Yeah.
at the same time. No.
It
no.
was wonderful.
Yeah.
So much great.
Yeah,
live
no,
music.
I've been
That's so neat. that
Tim-
you travel
Tim
with
Grill.
your people.
Tim Grill's on here too. And Tim's like, I got to go on some of these trips.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
What are you
It's a
going
good time.
I've wanted to go to Quebec for years now. It seems like Montreal
Yeah.
is a gorgeous town, right?
It is, but this is Quebec City, not in Montreal. So
Okay.
Quebec, and then correct me if
How
I'm
far
wrong,
is
we have
Montreal
a lot
from
of
you?
Canadians. 2 hours, I think.
Okay.
But there's Quebec and then there's Quebec City. So we're going to the city. They said it's basically like
Wow.
going to Europe.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I've heard all wonderful things
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Quebec.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. It's not that far
Wait,
from here.
you've mentioned you dropped the daughter bomb, and now they said, "How old are your daughters?" They're dating you
I
now.
did. Did I say I had daughters?
Yeah, you said you took them to Nashville.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How
I
old
have.
are your daughters?
They're 16 and 18, and I'm looking forward to them leaving the house.
No, ladies are like, I could do 6 and now. If you said 2 and 4, I'm good. They're
Yeah.
out, but you are prime numbers.
Yeah, I'm almost an empty nester, and I'm like at the point now where I'm living with teenage girls, and I'm almost like marking the calendar, like how many days until they leave.
Is the 16-year-old a junior?
She's a sophomore. This year.
Yeah.
Sophomore and a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So one's leaving this year. I got 2 more years with the other one.
Okay.
And they are obnoxiously self-absorbed.
I mean, what child isn't at that age?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah, you have to let go. You just really have to let go at that age.
Did you hear a ribbit?
Yeah, that was my.
Oh. I was like,
I have a lot of funny ringtones.
That's whose ringtone is that?
That's the general one.
Your
Yeah.
general ringtone is
Yeah.
ribbit.
You don't want to hear the one from my ex-wife.
No, I don't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It would make you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bridget said, "That's it. I'm in love."
Oh, okay, good. Hi,
now,
Bridget.
and so Tommy's a very funny comedian, but he's also a master carpenter, and so it's been great having him here and teaching me things. And do you play any instruments? Are you a musician at all?
I'm not a musician. No,
are
not
you-
good at music. I dabble. I'm trying to learn the drums.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's taking a while, just because of time. How much time I have to practice.
Yeah.
But I took
But
up the
I would
drums.
say, would you consider yourself a Renaissance man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're funny. You can build anything.
I'm half hippie, half redneck. So I'm a little bit sensitive, but I'm also kind of an asshole sometimes.
What would you say is the essence of your asshole way? Like what kind? There's so many different kinds.
Okay,
Tell me.
I do yoga.
I'll decide what the level is.
I do
Go.
yoga and qigong, but while I'm doing it, there's part of me that's like, oh my God, this is so freaking gay.
Okay. I don't think we're allowed to say gay. But
that's
what's free
but
gong?
that's the
What are you
stupid
saying?
redneck that's left over
What's
from
your
years.
gong thing that you said?
Qigong?
What is that?
It's very similar to yoga.
Is it like Tai Chi?
It's very similar to Tai Chi. It's right in line with Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a series of movements that are almost like a dance.
Okay.
Whereas Qigong is more like hatha yoga, movements combined with breathing, stretching, and a
Okay.
lot of stretching.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Uh-huh.
I don't. I think everybody says those things in their head.
I'm
Like, why am I
53,
doing
and if I
this?
didn't do that stuff with what I do for a living, I would be in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
But because I do that stuff every day, I live a relatively pain-free life.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Madeline said, "Tommy, why do you have to be so far away?" She's ready to settle down with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is so sudden.
Listen, things move quickly.
I don't
here.
know if I'm ready for
They
a commitment.
move really quickly here, Tommy. You're not ready.
Okay.
You're not ready.
Well, how nice to be here on the couch saying hello to everybody.
Tommy, do you know?
Do they know that I have a YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can
Cool.
find him at America's Funniest Handyman
Yeah.
everywhere.
All of my videos are informative and a little wacky.
They are. And he has great accents. Wait, I was going to ask you, did you ever see on the Instagram, there's this dating show where, like, say you were the single and I interview you, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a whole bunch of ladies lined up and they all have a red balloon. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, here's how it goes. So you would come out.
Uh-huh.
Everybody got a red balloon and a pin.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, if they want to stay in, like potentially date you,
Okay.
they just hold on to the red balloon.
They let the balloon
They
stay
live.
full of
Yes.
air.
But
Okay.
if they're out, pop.
Okay.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
how it goes.
That's fine.
Now, at some point, like say everybody didn't pop their balloon, because sometimes somebody will literally walk out and you hear pop, 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 pop. And you're like, oh, that's
Uh-huh.
mortifying, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm
then,
okay with that.
But then you get to ask questions, or they'll say, okay, there's 9 girls here. They're all still in. You have to pop 2 balloons. So then you have to go over and you have to pop 2 balloons. And then it kind of goes like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's
Sounds fun.
intense.
Sounds exciting.
I think it would be horrible. Are you a cat dog or a guy dog? What did I say?
A
Are
cat-
you a cat guy or a dog guy?
I'm a cat guy.
Are you?
I have two cats at home. They're little boys. They're brothers. They're 3 years old. They sleep with me every night. And they're awesome.
Are they allowed on your countertop?
Well, I don't particularly like them on the countertop, but whenever I'm feeding them, they jump on the counter to try and get the food. So, but I can't yell at them or scream at them or hit them. So I'm just like, get off the counter.
Do you think that?
But they're adorable.
Do you think that is your house like I'm trying to envision, like, because we were talking actually at the beginning of the show about when you were dating, when you were younger.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever date somebody where like you went out with them a bunch of times, you feel like you know them, but then you went to their house and you're like, I did not expect this. And Rob said he was dating a girl and he went to her house. She had 15 cats. That's too many cats.
Yeah.
Other people said that they walked in and they had no furniture. It was all lawn furniture in the living room, or they just had one chair.
I don't remember ever running into a situation like that at somebody else's house, but I did have a point in my life where I had 4 cats because I had 2 cats and then my parents passed away and I inherited their 2 cats.
Okay.
So I ended up being a young single man in my 20s with 4 cats. And the question my roommate got all the time was, is he straight or is he gay? Because I had 4 cats.
So many cats.
Yeah.
Now,
And I didn't care about those questions because I loved my 4 cats. It was just, it wasn't something I sought out, but I couldn't say no to them. They were the family cats.
That's a beautiful thing. I think I feel like, guys with like big dogs, they're just, but it's adorable. Now, let me ask you this.
Well, dogs are a lot of work.
Yeah, no, Trust me.
Dogs are
I
a
had
lot of,
3
not that
them.
I love dogs.
Love
I think they're
them.
great, but
Very expensive.
I'm not home enough to really provide
Yeah.
the kind of care that a dog needs.
Now let me ask you. Say that you went out on a date with one of these ladies, and they met you and got to know you. Fine.
Uh-huh.
Now we walk into your house right now.
Uh-huh.
What's the craziest thing about your house? Is there anything like kooky that would need explaining? Like one of the ladies said that their friend had a bathtub, a clawfoot bathtub in the living room, and they put pillows and blankets, and you can go in there and read.
I would say there's 2 things about my house that would need explaining.
Okay.
One is in the back room, in the back area where there's like a sunroom. I have like half of that area is a meditation space for me. And that's where I do my yoga, qigong, and where I meditate.
Okay.
And usually people are like, what's all this crazy looking Indian hippie stuff, you know?
Okay. I like that.
And then the other thing is down in the basement, there's a whole bunch of costumes and wigs and makeup because on my YouTube channel, I'm always dressing up as different people. I have a dress. I have 2 dresses because sometimes I need to play a woman. And I don't wear these dresses around.
Yeah.
Not that there would be anything wrong with that if I did. However, there's a whole rack of weird clothing that I use for all of my costumes for my characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
those are the
Kendra.
2 odd things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you call them on?
But I would imagine that if a woman was going to come to my house, by the time she got there, she'd probably already know those things.
She
about me.
probably would.
Yeah.
She probably will. Well, she knows now. She's
Yeah.
probably here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an oddball.
Yeah. No. Look, Bridget's like, I love it. Bridget's ready to just head down the aisle.
Well,
Yeah.
well, come to Philly and visit. Or maybe we'll see you in Quebec.
Ah, there you go.
Mhm.
You never know. So Tommy is super fun. And the funny thing is so Tommy and I have known each other
A while.
When did you start doing stand-up?
I started doing stand-up regularly in 2008. And I think you and I probably did our first gig together in like 2010-ish, something like that.
Yeah, so it's been 15 years. So we've known each other for a while. And then Dean signed up for this improv class, and he was telling me all about it. And he was like, oh, it's a small group. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, Mom, there's this guy named Tommy. He's so funny. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And so we go to the graduation show, and I'm sitting there waiting for it to start. And I was like, is that Tommy Highland? And there were like 3 different classes in the room. And I was like, that can't be the same Tommy that he started. And then it was. And so they had gotten to know each other. And
Yes.
Jacqueline loved, the kids love him. So like he was here one day and I was on the phone with them. They're like, what's all that banging? I'm like, Tommy's here working. And they were like, Tommy's, oh no, they were here that day. They were
Yeah, both of
sleeping.
them.
And they were like, what's all the banging? I said, oh, my friend Tommy's here. I forgot they knew each other.
Have they all met your kids?
A lot of them, yeah, because the kids usually go on the trips.
Her kids are like post-teen and they're just awesome. They really are. They're such cool kids. They love each other.
They do.
They love each other. They take care of each other. This is not currently the dynamic in my house. But it's awesome to see. They're really great kids. And they're both really, really funny and talented.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Tommy, I don't think you've met my
Her
youngest
daughter,
brother.
Jacqueline, reminds me of whenever I've seen, because we got to play together in that thing that we did at Helium.
Yeah, yeah.
She could totally be like on Laverne and Shirley. She has that type of, she's just funny. She's a funny kid.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah, it is. It's nice. It's nice when you hear like the people get to know your kids and say nice things. So
Yeah.
they're adorable. But yeah, they sleep until noon and they're like, what's all the banging downstairs? I was like, my friend Tommy is here working. And they're like, Tommy who? I was like, Tommy Highland. And they were like, oh, both jumped out of bed, ran downstairs like it was Santa Claus, and then stayed in the kitchen for a good 40 minutes talking to Tommy. I'm like, could you let him work? They were so funny.
Well, they both know me as a Russian named, what was my name? Yakov. Yakov, yes.
That's fun. Are you always good at accents?
I can do most accents. Yes,
And you can
almost
just
any accent.
You can do it ever since like you
Almost
were.
any
I can't do
accent.
any. They all sound the same.
Name an accent. I could probably do it.
Um,
right here and now on the spot.
British.
Oh yes, that's very delightful. We would like to welcome you to today's broadcast of BBC's educational series, Fun with Dina Blizzard.
Scottish. That's a hard one.
It's not that hard if you've practiced a lot, because I've gone from British and now I'm doing Scottish, and they don't necessarily get along with each other.
Spanish.
Spanish is Spanish. When I want to do Spanish, I always think of some of the guys that I used to work with, and when I was a beginning carpenter, and I would put things together, and sometimes the wood would not come together the way that I wanted it to, and I would say, "Hey, would you like me to redo this?" They would say, "No, Tommy, it's okay. I put mucho cooking on there."
What about Southern Georgia, like deep South?
Deep South, I usually think of a preacher when I'm thinking about Georgia or Alabama. I like to think of people who are in line with Christ. Are you in line with Christ, Dina?
Because what about Australian?
You know, whenever I do an Australian accent, I get feedback from different people, especially if they're from Australia. They say, "Oh, you don't sound like you're from Australia. You sound like you're Afrikaans, from South Africa."
What about French?
We I already did the French. I tried to think of being a little bit snotty, because Dina has many French doors in this house. You can tell the French doors because they all think they are better than the rest of the doors in the house.
I love it. If you were to like,
what was that? That was 5, right?
I
got every one.
If you're good. If you were like on a date, would you like ever like if you were at a bar, would you just like pick an accent and just roll it out?
I don't know. I try not to be obnoxiously funny everywhere I go. Like I usually just myself, unless this stuff starts to come out naturally. I don't like to force my funny on other people.
No, I think it's funny. I don't think you're forcing it. I think you're just funny.
Yeah, but if I just came out with an accent in the middle of like an first date, you'd be like, "What is this guy?"
Well, no, I'm saying if you were just at a bar, not on a date, you were just at a bar and you're like, "You know what? I'm going to be Australian."
I've done that before.
Yeah,
I have. It's usually when I'm with a friend and I'm like, wouldn't it be fun if I was, let me just be this guy, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if the waiter notices.
Can you do a Boston?
Boston is a little, I can't do Boston right off. I have to practice at Boston because it's so close to Philly. It's so close.
All right, do
and
Philly.
It's so subtle. What the hell is this shit?
That's it.
And in Philly, what the hell is this shit means, hey, what are you guys watching?
Welcome to our area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In Philly, if you want to say I love you, it's, you know what? You're a pain in the ass.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That's true. Mm-hmm.
Well,
what is your favorite accent? Like if you were out and there were a whole bunch of ladies and you heard this accent, which one would you be drawn to?
If a lady had an accent.
Yeah, like if there's a French lady or a Spanish lady or an Italian lady. I
think there's 2. No, really, ladies. Like I think for me, like the sexiest accent is like a deep
Jersey.
No.
Okay.
Get the hell out of here. What the hell are you doing? No. I've always loved that Russian, like Slavic, like, "Hello, Tommy. I would like you to rub my feet before."
What?
Oh yes, it's very, when a woman is has an accent like this. I don't know. I think it goes back to Boris and Natasha. Like I always thought Natasha was a sexy.
Say Russian.
I always thought Natasha was a sexy cartoon character. I always loved the way she talked.
That is so funny.
Man, weird, right?
Yeah, because that's not at all. There's
French is good too.
No woman would ever say Russian accent.
French is very sexy.
Unless we wanted a man to just pick us up and just haul us off somewhere.
Well, Slavic people, like Russians and Slavic people in general, they don't smile a lot.
No.
So when one of them does smile at you, it like lights you up because you're like, oh, they hate everybody, but look at they're smiling at me, you know? Yes, Tommy, I'm looking at you.
What's Fractured Fairy Tales? She said
Fractured Fairy Tales. You remember Fractured Fairy Tales? Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Why is it called Fractured? I know Rocky.
During the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons, they had Fractured Fairy Tales to break up all of the Rocky and Bullwinkle. So you'd see the different little fractured fairy tales. This person who said Fractured Fairy Tales must be at least my age, because people younger than us do not remember
how old
Rocky and Bullwinkle. I'm 53.
Yeah, I'm 52.
I'll be 54 in 2 weeks.
There's a lot of ladies that will take you to dinner.
But look at how much hair I have.
I know. You're lucky.
My daughters make fun of me. They say I'm going bald. And I'm like, you have no idea how lucky I am to have this much hair as a blonde 53-year-old man. Nobody has this much hair, you know?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, this was Mondays with Tommy.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You can follow him at America's Funniest Handyman.
It would be so expensive for you to have Mondays with Tommy.
It is.
Every Monday.
It's not cheap.
I'm not cheap.
It's not cheap. He's very, very expensive to eat.
But I am good at shutting my mouth when it's time to work.
It is. He's very good. He's amazing.
Today I'm doing baseboard. Today I'm on my knees for Dina Blizzard doing baseboard. That sounded... I don't know how that sounded.
Do you have a surfer dude accent?
Yeah, totally. One of the guys that shows up in a lot of my videos is Dave the Painter. And Dave the Painter totally gets it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, right? Like, he just accepts life how it is, and he just loves the process. You know what I mean? Dave the Painter. And Dave the Painter has definitely surfed a lot of waves, smoked a lot of weed.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's going to be all day.
I grew up in Northern California, so this is like the easiest accent. And if you want to learn how to do a California accent, the key is in the O. So you don't say October, you say October.
Why did you come to Philly if you were in Northern California?
Because I met a
lady,
a beautiful woman who was a trickster. She tricked me into loving her and moving here and having children.
There you go.
And then it ended.
And now we're single.
And now I'm single, happily single. Got away from that thing, and now I'm happily, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, listen, everybody. I'll be showing updates of all Tommy's work as we kind of move through and have to make all these videos. But that's it for today. Looking forward to seeing supporters tonight for Ugly Monday. And then we'll be here tomorrow morning for the morning show. So thanks for watching. As always, have a great day and a blessed day, everybody. And hold on. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Say bye to Tommy. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.